Get ready. 5 seconds. Start. Mr. President, I would like to thank you wholeheartedly for hosting this historic conference aimed at protecting our environment so as to preserve our planet for the future generations to come. The city in which you are hosting the conference is quite serene and at the same time abounds in vitality. In other words, it reflects the benediction of nature on the one hand and the human urge to enhance its splendor on the other. We cherish the warmth of the welcome that we have received from the government and the people of this great country. Para, though we belong to different countries, I would like you to remember the fundamental fact that we inhabit in a single planet. We belong to different races and different religions, but we are all primarily human beings. It is quite unfortunate that while one part of this planet rejoices in plenty, the other part suffers from want. The plenty in the first part has brought pollution to its people, and the want has degraded the lives of people in the other part. I hope you will agree with me that such a fragmented planet can assure neither peace nor development to the people dwelling on it. It is therefore the responsibility of all the countries of the world to ensure that the affluence of some nations is not derived from the poverty of many others. I urge upon those who are attending this historic conference to contribute their mind to strike a golden mean between drawing what we need from the nature for our day-to-day existence and leaving to it what it requires to sustain itself for the future generations to come. As it is, as several countries share this planet, it is true that very little can be done by a single country, but collectively, if we put together all our efforts, there is no reason why we cannot do something worthwhile to sustain life on this earth for centuries to come. Para, it is a matter of great satisfaction that there is a large scale awareness among the people of all the countries, both developed and developing, about the need to protect the environment. I desire that this consciousness should cross the political boundaries and should become a common national and international norm. We in our country are engaged from the very beginning in finding some practical measures to this pressing problem. My predecessor, having brought over the subject of environment minutely, had suggested the creation of a planet protection fund for the purpose of developing technologies in order to help protect the environment. I appeal to the leaders of all the countries to give a serious thought to this proposal, as it is absolutely necessary to develop a whole range of such technologies. I would like to make myself quite clear at this juncture. It is not a simple question of transfer of technology. In fact, we have to make a beginning by stopping the transfer of such technologies which are intended for the destruction of the environment. Only then we can achieve something tangible. Para, in this collective endeavor, there is a equality important responsibility on the part of the industrially developing nations. The people of those countries are really fortunate that they have developed a close affinity with nature and have not become experts in creating pollution and at the same time becoming victims of it. In this process, they might have quite naturally learned to make use of the natural resources to the maximum extent possible. The people from the developed countries have to learn from the lives of these people the element of contentment, which is preventing over exploitation of natural resources. Letter. Dear sir, I am in receipt of your letter of 2nd February inviting me to address the industrial labor on the subject of prohibition during the next month. I must really congratulate you for having got such an excellent idea of educating them about this very important social evil. Alcohol is harmful to humanity in many ways. It ruins the one physically, morally, intellectually, and economically. It is the primary cause of poverty, doing untold damage to the people, more especially the uneducated labor force. They are already undernourished, and this is making them less capable of enduring the physical strain. It is making them indolent, inefficient, and robbing them of their incentive to work. In the present age of industrialization, it is adversely affecting the output, increasing the accidents, and interfering with the health and happiness of workmen. The workers who fell prey to this evil are prone to more sickness and diseases. Their average output is far less and they are exposed to the risk of accidents much more than the others. It is therefore absolutely necessary to wean them away from this social evil. Para, what is required at present is the creation of a strong public opinion by making an effective and sustained propaganda. I would suggest the closure of shops on pay days in a slow and steady manner. These dry days in a week should be increased. Thanking you, yours sincerely. Stop.